The Mandalorain, Season 2, Episode 2, titled Chapter 10, The Passion. Now, this episode, of course, is a continuation from last week's episode where the Mandalorian is trying to find other Mandalorians to help to find the location of Baby Yoda's species, planet, full stop. But was unable to find one. Turns out the guy who was wearing Boba Fett's outfit wasn't actually Boba Fett. It was a sheriff, a marshal, and was just using the outfit to fight off a dragon that turns out was a reference to the first Star Wars. Turns out there's a massive skeleton over it. We just didn't realize how big they were. Anyway. But in this episode, you have Mando making a deal with this woman who is saying, hey, I have my tadpoles, because she's a frog. I have these tadpoles and it needs to go to point A to point B. Bring me and my children to point A to point B and we will tell you where this Mandalorian is. Or a possibility of a location where a Mandalorian is. Probably it's Bo-Katan, right? Probably is, right? So he takes it there, but the problem is he crash lands into an ice cave on this ice planet, and he's trying to fix things up, but because things kind of fall apart. Now, this episode is really well done, and it's better than last week's episode, where last week's episode, it did feel a little bit of being done that, like, okay, this feels like episode 4, we kind of have seen Mando helping a town out to be the man to no name, and all those type, Clint Eastwood, John Wayne type characters. We've seen Mando do that. We've seen this type of story. It's set in sand, and it's set someone's wearing a Boba Fett outfit. That's it. Well, this episode felt, okay, we're seeing the story move forward, and we see Mando and the relationship between Lando and Baby Yoda are forming a little bit, like how the Mando is. I just want to say the Mandalorian, but Mando is initially a parent to Baby Yoda, and I don't want to tell you what exactly. Trying not to hit spoilers here, but when Baby Yoda does certain things, and it, Mando is like, okay, stop. That's not it. Okay, you really need to stop. No. And it's clearly he's being a parent. And you as an audience member, you're like, oh my god, Baby Yoda, can you stop? Can you stop? But at the same time, when certain things happen in the third act, where there's the massive action scenes. Actually, there's 2 action scenes in this episode. Actually, 3. There's a neat little fight at the beginning. But both of them, of those action scenes, are really well done, really well put together. It is one of those things where we're like, this is a TV show, right? Because it looks 100% like a movie where, like, you have these camera angles that you're like, P.S. once again, this is a TV show, right? Not a movie, right? Like, you kind of, like, I know you're probably up at the budget, but not this much, right? Did you give them Game of Thrones money or something? Because right now it's really a lot. Like, there's a space battle, like, halfway through, and it's amazing. And the last action scene is amazing, and all that. It's absolutely wonderful. But the relationship between Baby Yoda and Mando is such well put, so well handled and put together, that it kind of makes you drawn to the rest of the episode, really. I mean, the stuff doing with, hey, the mom and him, Mando's unable to understand the language that she's speaking, so she put a robot in. Like, that's all good, and that's okay. But it is about their relationship, and about the parents, and all that situation. And, I mean, if you want to, I forgot to mention the last episode, because I remember when I mentioned season 1, I kept mentioning the director. And this episode is directed by Peyton Reed, who directed the 2 Ant-Man movies. And you're like, really? You gave the Ant-Man director this episode, the one that has the third act. Giant, not hit spoilers. But it's, it's well done. It's put together. You can tell it's a director, a film director attached to it. It's just well put together. That's the thing. That's the thing about Mandalorian. You just like, this works and this works and this works and this works. And when you have a bad episode, it's more surprising than ever. You want at worst be good, and at best awesome, and that's what we got. And I am not disappointed at all. Another win for the Mandalorian.